Well, we have been taking this decision for the last number of years. Last year we raised the property tax by 15%. We're doing the same this year. So Limerick households won't see any change from 2020 to 2021. It raises quite a lot of local funds for us. It's one of the abilities we have as councillors to raise funds. And this year it's been done on the backdrop of a very unprecedented year with COVID. Our country is heading for a 30 billion deficit. They're talking about 9 to 10 billion deficit next year on COVID. And actually local authorities over the next 3 years are facing up to 750 million of a deficit if on COVID if they don't get monies from central government. So we're showing our ability to raise funds from our side of it, and I think the people do see the benefit of it at our local community groups, and some of the bread and butter work that we do in relation to footpaths, roads, signage and all other things.
A Sinn Fein amendment to keep it at the base rate was voted down. What are your own thoughts on this amendment?
We have two Sinn Fein members, two Sinn Fein colleagues on the council. They read it from a prepared script in relation to their party's ideology on property tax. They're not bespoke. When you're at local government, you have to be bespoke about your decisions. They aren't. They're holding a different line. They got no support anywhere. They were on their own today on it, and I think that reflects the way the other 38 councillors felt about the decision that was made. When in the last 5 years, they have always 6 years now, they have looked for it go down minus 15%, which would cost us from today's figure 4.8 million. Today actually they moved a little bit on that, so they are coming around to the thinking, but they still want to be populist and popular, making the handy decision, done a bit of a puncher's pilot and wash their hands of the difficult decisions they have to make. When you get into government or when you get into local government, decisions have to be made, and you have to stand up to the plate now and then. Unfortunately, Sinn Féin have never stood up to the plate in my time anyway.
It's a very positive and strong move by the councillors in Limerick City and County to maintain services. We have a very difficult time ahead with basic cuts, trying to maintain levels of service within the council, our library services, parks and pitches, all those vital services that we need right across the city and county. They will be maintained by the decision today to keep the local property tax at the same rate as last year.
Well, look, I suppose I think it's fair to say that people are struggling, and people have lost their jobs. People are on the verge of losing their homes. This is the home that we're taxing. I think it's fair to acknowledge that we're all in a very difficult situation due to COVID, but I think the spread of the cost of the crisis has to be fair. It has to be fair. I suppose we're asked to make a decision on the property tax 2 months in advance of the budget, so we're going in here blind every year. I think that's completely irresponsible. Figures can be looked at if we can sit down and see the overall budget, but the way that it's done, it can't be. I suppose, look, Sinn Féin have demonstrated time in and time out that there's a better way, there's a fairer tax, there's a fairer way to tax. In the absence of there being a fairer system of taxation, then Sinn Féin will always vote against the local property tax, any increases to the local property tax. And I stand by what I said in the meeting, and that was that Fine Gael and Fianna Fáil and their independent bodies that vote with them do not give a damn about ordinary working people.